I've fallen behind on my mortgage and the bank have contacted me to say that they're going to go to a mortgagee sale. What do I do? Richard Worker, this is a poignant question for a troublesome time.
It is indeed, and with the economy the way it is at the moment, I have to admit we aren't seeing much mortgagee sale proceedings. But basically, with a mortgagee sale, it's where you've defaulted, the bank is then entitled under their mortgage to proceed to sell your house. However, the banks, as a rule, are very loath to sell the house. I mean, they don't want to be seen to be the bad guys and so on. And so by the time you get to mortgagee sale proceedings, the bank issues a property law notice. As a rule, there's been quite a lot of communication, or certainly one-way communication from the bank. My advice to you is two or threefold. First of all, don't ignore it, because if you ignore it, it's just going to compound itself. The second thing is engage with the bank. As I say, the banks aren't keen to mortgagee sale. They don't want to be seen as the bad guys. The third thing is maybe talk to a lawyer or talk to a financial advisor to see whether there is a way out of it. The key to it is to really keep communicating with the bank to see whether or not you can go on to a interest holiday for a while, or maybe go on to an interest only basis for a while, something along that line. The banks are very receptive. They don't want to sell people up, and of course it's bad business for them. Over the years, I've had a few mortgagee sales happen, and the biggest problem is where the person or the people put their head in the sand. They say, this is my house, I'm not going to pay, and it's just going to be there, and I'm not moving out. However, under a mortgagee sale, the bank is entitled to sell, and there is a procedure. It's quite important for you to understand that procedure, get advice on it, find out what you can do, and then really engage. One of the things you can do, if the bank simply will refuse to engage, and my experience on this is that they only refuse to engage once I've been put up against the wall and you haven't actually been doing what you should be doing.
Yes.
You could look at refinancing and going with another bank. However, you could just be moving the problem to another bank, and of course once you have mortgagee sale proceedings underway, any new bank will say, well, why are you refinancing? And you've got to be upfront and you've got to be honest. I have had the occasion where we've refinanced with a second tier lender. I just worry about that because second tier lenders as a rule have reasonably high costs involved, and they're upfront costs. So if you owe $200,000 or $300,000, whatever the figure is, you have a upfront broker's fee, and that can be, $10,000 or $20,000. The lender's fee could be 10 or 20. So in the end, from your $300,000 that you owe initially, you owe $350,000. So you're actually going backwards very quickly, and second tier lenders, your rates are often higher. So my advice to you is engage with the bank, talk to your lawyer maybe, or talk to a financial advisor and see what you can do. If all fails and you simply can't work your way out of that hole, then my advice to you is to see whether you can negotiate with the bank that instead of the bank going to mortgagee sale, because that has all the implications, of course, that it's a fire sale, somebody's going to get a bargain and you're going to lose out. See whether or not you can agree with the bank that you'll market the property.
Right.
Market it as well as you can, get an agent involved, and move from there. And then hopefully you'll come out with some surplus cash rather than just losing it all on the mortgagee sale.
Richard Worker, thank you so much. The legal team, they're based in Silverdale, thelegalteam.co.nz. Richard Worker, thanks again, and we appreciate that advice.